hands up if you with it, drop it.
Welcome back to the Petty Parlor. I am your host, Bree.
I'm Jasmine.
And today we are going to be talking about not fucking up the bag, okay? This is the number one lesson of my life. I am a person who would like to have ample amounts of money and keep it for all of time, okay? This is of the utmost importance to me. I don't understand people fucking up the bag when they're getting money in what I would say are like easier situations and ways. So I have a lot of notes on this, so I'm going to be talking fast, okay? Getting through a lot here. All right. So a couple of months ago, there was a YouTube social media couple who was getting a divorce. And they were getting divorced because apparently he cheated on her. Now, it's Chrissy and Desmond. You guys know who they are. They've been on the social medias for a long time. They, I think, got together in high school. They had 2 kids. And they were in the process of building a house. And then it came out that they were getting divorced because apparently Desmond cheated. Which I never put anything past a man. Okay, so that doesn't surprise me. But what does surprise me is they were making a good amount of money. I'm assuming this on social media based on the amount of followers they have and the fact that they were literally building a house from scratch. So they, I would say, we're making decent money, right? I don't understand ever fucking up. If I make money with someone, we're in a relationship and we make money together, I don't understand being like, let me cheat on this person so that we can fuck our whole livelihood up under any circumstances. Like, I don't understand ever feeling like it's a smart choice. Okay? It's baffling to me when people fuck up the bag like this. And that's what I wanted to talk about today is please don't fuck up the bag. Okay? The number one rule. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't get that shit either. I mean, if you know what your secret sauce is, don't mess up the recipe.
Period.
That's all I got to say. That's how I feel about it.
Why would you do that?
Just know if you got something going on, or at least like do it in a way that's amicable or something. Don't let people find out and it be a scandal or whatever. I know there's a ton of like YouTube teenage couples or whatever who do this type of shit all the time where they act like they break up to generate people coming in for the drama, and then they are like, oh no, we're back together, or haha, we were just kidding. Like, I know that's a thing, but
That's also still
it's also that will make me instantly never watch you again.
Yeah.
To be honest, when you play those fuck ass games with me. No.
Yeah. So, and then another thing to me is like, this is something men do all the time, and men are not as financially like focused as women are, in the sense that men don't think about their finances long term or how things that they do will affect their finances the way that women do. That's why women will be in a bad marriage for forever, because they're like, listen, I can't just get a divorce. I got to figure out my finances. I got to save up, and I got to do it. By the time a woman is ready to get a divorce, she got a year's worth of expenses saved up, because what she's not going to do is get a divorce and then struggle. Okay. Unless it's a dire situation where she's like, I got to go right now, abuse or something like that. Typically women are like, listen, I'm planning on leaving this man, but I first got to get the finances in order. Okay. Men, on the other hand, and it doesn't even have to be a lot of money. How many times have you seen a guy who the woman pays for everything? She pays for the apartment, she pays for the car, everything is in her name, and he's just literally living off of this woman all the time. But he will be taking her car in her name to go pick up other bitches. They don't think that woman's your whole livelihood.
Yes, literally. If she says fuck this,
you're fucked. Like, I don't understand. And then what's crazy is it's not like you're going to pick up a bitch that's got a bigger bag. No, you're picking up even a broker bitch than you are, and fucking up your whole life behind that. So it's crazy to me it leads me to believe that pussy has to be the best, like the very best, because there's no penis on this earth that could make me fuck up my finances in the way that y'all would. If a man that I was with, if him and I are making a whole bunch of money together, it don't even got to be a whole bunch. We making a good amount of money together. There's nothing that I'm going to do unless I'm meeting a man with a very much bigger bag, and that's going to be a whole different situation. Upgrading immensely. I would not be fucking up my current bag behind any. There's no penis on earth that's ever going to make me do that. I saw this post the other day that was like, okay, $5 million, or you know, fuck the dude that's your birthday month or whatever. And listen,
why is that a contest? That's not a comparison.
That's not a comparison. I want the guys know. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. And listen, the person that was in my birthday month was fine. I forgot his name, but it's the dude who was Mufasa. He was.
Oh, it was like celebrities.
Yeah, it was
still don't care. Money.
I want the money. I don't give a fuck.
Am I getting pregnant and then going on child support and getting a weekly start?
I don't even want the child support. I can support my own fucking child with $5 million. I want the $5 million.
No, okay? Give me easy money.
Give me the easy money. I don't care about that at all. That's not even a question.
And like we've said before, we know up in Hollywood, there's a lot of diseases and things going on.
Right. I don't need to catch anything. I don't know these people. So it's wild to me how often men do this kind of stuff and fuck up their bag in this way. Outside of just relationships as well. Like people, when you're together with a person, you're making money. I feel like relationships, I personally don't believe in making money with somebody you're in a relationship with, like I don't do that. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
because anything could happen, and I don't want you fucking on my back. So I'm very it's very precarious for me. But I feel like with family members and friends, it's a little bit easier because there's tons of people that have family businesses, and that's been going on, for all of time. And with friends, I feel like with friends and family, if you're family, you likely grew up with the same types of principles and things like that. If you're friends, you probably have the same types of principles because you wouldn't be friends if you had, completely different, like, this person's a scandalous person, but why would you even go into business with them in the first place if you knew that they were scandalous? So I feel like it's a little bit more safe with those two things, but in a relationship, very, very precarious.
So many things happen. There's so much that can transpire.
Right.
With a relationship, it's very, shaky. It's shaky ground, baby. Shaky. I don't care if you've been married for 20 some odd years. Right. All it takes is one person to be like, I'm tired, or I don't love you anymore, and then we gotta
split everything.
That's
down the middle because because we don't like each other anymore, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes people can get divorced and still be like, oh, we still have business together. We have to still do this stuff, but then it's like underlying resentment, and then you're bringing your new partners into the business that we own and all that kind of old weird shit. I'm not that. So no to that. But even with like family members, friendships, and all that kind of stuff, if we're making good money, I've told Jasmine on multiple occasions, if we start making very good money together, whatever problems we have to get over it because there is money on the table to be got, okay? If I do something to piss her off, listen, you're going to have to slap me up or do whatever, and then we're going to have to get over it because it's money. You know what I'm saying? Money is there, and we need to be partaking in it. If the same thing with her, if I'll be like, listen, you upset me because of blah, 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 and then that's fucking it. That's it. Okay, great. I apologize. I also apologize. Fantastic. What's our next thing that we're going to be doing to make more money?
I'm always about that. Trust me. I don't go to work for nothing. I can absolutely hate a place and be in the most toxic environment, but that paycheck will have me coming in there with a fake ass smile.
Right.
Saying good morning. That's it.
Every day. I'm not fucking up the bed. It doesn't matter. I don't even understand when it's singing groups or like, entertainment purposes, and people are like,
fuck it, you go.
All that. I don't care. I don't care. How much money are we getting for this performance? I don't have to be the Beyonce. I'll gladly be one of the background singers. I just want the money. I don't care about whatever else is going on. Those problems will roll because guess what? Now I'm out of the group and now I'm not getting any money. Right. I have no problems. I'm also not getting any money. Now I have other problems that are involving money. The other problems we were having just being in the group. I could have dealt with that. You know what I mean? I could have bought myself some things to make me feel better about the problems we were having in the group. Now I can't buy shit and I feel bad. So absolutely not. I don't understand that. I don't understand people breaking up. There's so many. I was a couple of weeks ago just looking at all these different duos and stuff. It's so many duos.
Oh yeah,
have they've just broken up, and I'm like, but why though? And some of them weren't even like. There's one duo, and they are a duo that they like got together from like a songwriting competition or whatever. So they weren't in a relationship. It was a guy and a woman or whatever. They won like Grammys and stuff, and then they just fucking broke up because like by the time I discovered this duo, they'd already broken up, and I was like, damn. And I just don't understand. Like I'm like, yeah. Once we get a Grammy, that bag is secured. Okay, whatever the problems are. They were like, it was just so hard to like work together. I guess they hated each other by then, but like, so what though? But we can afford the hate. You know what I'm saying? We can afford therapy for all the hatred.
Yeah, I just think you have to be mature enough to go through, because a lot of stuff is just people being petty, right, immature, and they just can't. They don't have the tools as an adult to effectively communicate and like work through problems.
Right. So you're gonna have to get those tools, bro.
It's the same thing of when you have a child by someone. Even if that relationship dies, you got to learn how to co-parent or do something. So
you got to do it. It's unfortunate, but even still, it's like you could just be listen. I work at a regular ass corporate America job. There's people I don't like at work.
Oh, so many.
So many.
I don't like none of them niggas, actually.
So many people that I have to deal with that I don't like for a small amount of money. What am I willing to do for a much larger amount of money? It doesn't matter. However, we're not getting along. That's fine. However, though, the money, though. So, like, I just don't understand that. And maybe that makes me greedy. I'm putting money over everything.
No, I'm trying to live.
Fucking what?
Trying to survive.
I'm trying to survive out here. I'm trying to have a good time.
Those people are not paying me. I do not care.
And it's even worse when it's like an easy job. Like being able to make money off of social media is really one of the best things that's ever come up. Probably the only good thing that's come from social media. So being able to make money off of social media just from being yourself or being silly or doing whatever else, and then to throw it all away, is baffling to me. But it does happen a lot in a lot of these social media. First of all, if you really want to make your relationship last, you don't get the fuck off social media.
Please. That's the devil's work right there.
The devil's work. So many people that's like, you can have a relationship. There's very few relationships that I would be surprised got divorced. Like, that are like social media, people and stuff like that. It's a lot of relationships that I'm like, yeah, I could see. See that coming a mile away or whatever. Or some of these relationships, I'm like, y'all don't even look like real people. Y'all look like two people who got together for this specific purpose of like being on YouTube and doing prank videos. Those are the worst. Prank videos with your spouse or whatever. The only videos that I've watched that I like that are a couple that do that are this couple that always are like splashing each other with paint and stuff. And it's just funny to me because they always are catching each other slipping. But other than that, everyone else, I hate all your prank videos. They're so stupid. And they're the same one somebody else did. So it's like, and it's a fake, like, oh my God, I didn't know.
Bad acting.
Just the bad acting. Like, oh my God. This is what short dramas are for. I could be watching those. Like, I just don't. It's all terrible. But a lot of y'all need to get up off of social media. Keep your relationship to yourself.
Please do.
Don't tell anybody about it.
No.
But overall, just fucking up your money in this way.
Yeah. And especially if you recognize in the couple that like people are liking the other person more than you, because most of the time the women are gonna stick with the women and the men will stick with the men, but a lot of couples content it's women consumed. So as a man in a couple situation of making money, you should probably not want to fuck that up. You should
in that way. It's one thing if like you guys just had like amicable differences where you were like, listen.
Yeah. If you let everybody down easy and said, hey, this is what we're gonna do.
This is what we're doing, we're separating because blah blah blah. But if you're like, okay, well this person cheated and they did all this stuff, now you guys fucking hate each other and then
now you're hated by
all
the world.
this person's fans hate you or whatever. And then in Chrissy and Desmond's situation, that is really what it was like, because the only thing Desmond ever did, the whole thing, if you never watched their videos, is Chrissy's always doing something crazy. And all Desmond does is just laugh. Like, that's it. Like, and he has a distinct laugh, but that's the whole premise of most of their videos, is just Chrissy doing stuff. Chrissy, she's the personality of the duo. Desmond just started doing like his own cooking video stuff like last year. So he wasn't the star. If there's a star in that couple, it's Christy. It's not Desmond. So then, of course, there's a bunch of men who are trying to support him and blah, blah. And there's, of course, a bunch of men being like, well, she was always doing these things and getting on his nerves. And that's why, listen, you can't justify cheating to me. Mm-mm. I have very strong stances on cheating. And I don't care how you try to me, you're a coward. You're weak. Okay? Mm-hmm. And you can't justify that to me. And you can't, oh, well, she was doing this and she was doing that. Absolutely not. That's it. The bottom line is, she was the attraction of that whole thing. She was going to red carpets. She's a very beautiful woman. She's doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I'm not going to say impossible. I would say it's not likely that his following is going to amass to what her following.
No, because there's always going to be that stigma and that, thing.
And then he was on TMZ kissing somebody else like very shortly after their news was released. And that person had said that they weren't even the person he had cheated with. So he was out here wilding, which is another thing. When people get married very young and have been in the same relationship since they were young, that happens a lot. Everybody that I know that's gotten married or gotten together with someone when they were in high school, divorced by 30. Divorced in their 30s. Pretty much it's very rare that people can just like power through. I feel like everybody need to have a break.
They power through a lot.
Right? Like, everybody need to have a break and then decide, later on, like, okay, we were dating other people for a couple of years. Now we're coming back together or whatever because we've experienced other things. When you don't have enough experiences under your belt, you're always going to have that like grass may be greener type of attitude, because you don't know, you haven't been able to test those things. So you may be thinking like, especially for men, women can be easily satisfied.
We're like, okay, fine.
We're like, fine, it is what it is. But men often will be like, oh, the grass must be, it's, whatever. It's, hey, this person may be this and this, and a lot of times they find out too late that like, it's not the case. So, but whatever the situation is, the bottom line is, don't fuck with the bag. Okay, just suck it up.
Yeah. And my biggest pet peeve is when you're a solo creator and you're doing one thing, and then you start bringing a partner into it. That's really where I'm like, what was the reason? Like, when you're already very successful, getting millions of views just off of your own stuff, why do we now have to see this man?
Right.
I'm talking about women in particular, but
yeah. I feel like men don't do that very often.
No, yeah, a lot of men don't all of a sudden bring their women in. There was someone, there's an incident now, if you watch like sketchy food reviews, where like he has his own personal page and he started talking about his love life, and it wasn't even like anything solid. He was just going on a date, and now they've exposed his whole love life and him as being a dog and trash. And I was like, why would you even do that?
All right. So yeah, no, that's something else about these YouTube people. Listen, all the social media people, whatever you started out doing, that is how you got your following. So please don't be wildly changing your stuff. I understand you're happy to be in a relationship and all that kind of stuff, but really, we don't care about that. We don't care about that, man. You don't know if that's gonna last, and then you got to go back and look at your own videos and be like, how stupid was I? Like, right. When I think about how I used to talk about guys that I was dating, I just get like so cringe because I'm like, I used to think like that guy was like possibly going to be, imagine how I talked about that man. And when I think about it now, I'm like, ew, so gross. Yeah. Like, so I can't imagine having someone in my actual like videos of stuff that I'm doing that I made money off of, and then being like, oh, I've got to go back and watch those videos of that person that I fucking hate now. That's insane. So there's one person, I talked to Jasmine about this before, but there's somebody, and I don't want to say their name because I don't. No problems. But there's somebody who is a beauty influencer, and I've been following her for a while on YouTube and stuff. And she was doing, wigs and makeup and all this kind of stuff. She had amassed like a big following. She has a sibling who does the same thing, and the sibling always had a bigger following, but she had started getting real big and having some very good content on there. And then she got into a relationship, and then she was vlogging, and this man was in every single video she was doing for a while. And I was just like getting turned off to the point where I was just like, I don't care about that man. I don't want to see him. I want you to do your wigs and your all that stuff that I was looking at you for before.
Yes.
And then that man, there was one video you saw him, and then she disappeared for several months, and then she came back. She was pregnant with someone else's baby. It's a brand new person now. And so now, like, that's another thing. Once you've invited this person in and you're telling us all about your relationship and stuff, now if something happens, I need to know.
Okay.
I need to know what the fuck happened, because you don't listen, it's one or the other. You either don't tell us shit and then we have to just respect your privacy, or you tell us fucking everything. Because I hate when y'all will tell us all your good shit, and then when stuff goes awry, y'all will be like, well, listen, I want everybody to respect my privacy. No, you didn't respect your own privacy.
Because what happened?
Right. You didn't respect your own privacy. You gave us all the tea, and now we need the rest of it. You can't just be wishy-washy like this, okay? So that man came, and I had to kind of gather from what she said that I was like, it sounds like he was having people, like he was cheating on her in her house, is what it sounds like from what she said or whatever. But coming back and it was only like 3 or 4 months or whatever that she had been gone, and then she came back pregnant with somebody, with a brand new man, somebody else's baby, and now and that man was in a bunch of videos, and then now they don't fuck with each other, and now she does videos talking about his family and how they're trash or whatever, and she does videos with her baby and all this kind of stuff. But that's too much stuff. Too much drama has gone on in your life that we know about, and it's very annoying. And then you were talking about that other person who be doing the hair. I don't want to be saying anybody's names.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of makeup, especially like the makeup world. Like, men don't belong really there. I mean, of course, there's like the James Charles, but there's like, there's male makeup artist people, but it's for female consumption is what I'm trying to say for the most part.
If you're not actually doing makeup.
Yeah, like if he's not coming in there to do your makeup, have actual like commentary, is an expert or something in it, why is he there? It's very annoying. I don't care about how your hubby reacts to what you got going on. I don't need a man's opinion for that. I think you look fabulous, and that's it. And it's like the man can't say anything bad, because then what? Of course he's gonna say you're the most beautiful girl in the world. It's an 11 out of 10. It's what I mean? Like, why would they ever say anything else for that? So those videos to me are just stupid and wasteful and a waste of time. But it's also the same with like celebrities. Megan's dating Klay Thompson and stuff, and so she started bringing him into like her social media and things like that. But don't get it twisted. I only like seeing them together because I like seeing Megan happy with a man. But if he was not there, I wouldn't be checking up on Klay stuff, okay? I would just look at Megan's stuff at all times. And I will say, I feel like she doesn't overload him on her social media. She still does the stuff she was already doing beforehand. She still does the food like reviews with her friend that she was doing before. She didn't put him into, she didn't put him into a formula that was already existing. She just created a lane with him in it briefly. And that's what I like. Like, if you were already doing something with a certain person and collabing, don't then make another person fit into that. Because it just feels weird. It's just like,
it's awkward. It's awkward for everyone involved.
Yeah.
I feel awkward. Also, people that date a lot and you have a whole bunch of different, I don't care about your next boyfriend.
No.
Unless you get married.
Yeah.
And even then, I care very little. But there are people who are really good. I feel like Jackie Aina is one of the people that was really good at, like, she was always doing her makeup stuff and stuff like that. And even now she's married. She's been with Dennis for a very much longer time, and you barely even see him. And I met Jackie Aina in person, and even in person, he was very much like hanging out in the background and was like, and I was trying to take a picture of her, and he was just kind of, I felt bad, and I was like, oh, you can get in the picture too. He was like, no. Like, he very much is like, this is her thing, and I'm not trying to be, and that's the energy that we're looking for, okay? Also, this is a side note, but something I noticed on social media, especially young black women, when y'all are making money, okay, I've seen this happen so much in the last couple of years. When young black women start to make good amounts of money, there always comes a young black man getting her pregnant. Please stop letting these fuckboys get you pregnant. You are not married, okay? You are not married. You are out here pregnant. First of all, don't even get married, but don't get pregnant either, okay? Like, you're making money, you're doing your whole thing. Please just continue to do that. You do not need to have a baby right now, okay? Just focus on making your money. Stop letting men trap you.
My God.
Right. Why are you letting men trap you and have you out here looking crazy so that later on they can be, asking for child support from you because you're making all this money on social media? Stop it.
It's embarrassing. We're looking at the Kevin Federlines of them all.
Right.
For this.
Honestly, like, just stop it, okay? Keep your hormones and stuff in check. Stop letting fuckboys impregnate you. It's nasty. Okay.
And it's also true on the opposite end of the spectrum. If you start out your thing as a couple, I'm sorry, but you're stuck with it forever. It's kind of where we started with this, but it's like the most obvious things of where these happen is like Love is Blind, people on these dating shows.
Right.
Love Island. How many times have we seen people on Love Island? They breaking up and and then they fuck up their whole bag. Like Nick and Landria, they get it.
Works for the person that was the wronged party. Like Kenny and Janae, no one's checking on Kenny. We always gonna be checking on Janae. Okay. We always care about what she's doing. We don't care about her. You know what I'm saying? So the wronged party still is gonna have the fans and do whatever. But if you decide to fuck about, so why can't y'all just break up amicably before you cheat? I don't.
Yeah, just if you didn't want to do all that, then don't do it.
That's nonsense. You could just be like, hey, listen, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in a relationship. Can we just like call it quits right now? Like, I don't understand why you guys don't have conversations. It's crazy to me. It's so easy to break up with somebody. Hey, I fucking hate you. Let's go our separate goddamn ways. Thanks. That's it. Now we're broken up. Now you do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. It's all fine. Yeah. But y'all always got to go out and cheat and do this and be just fucking making a mess of your lives, bro. That shows a lack of respect for the other party. That's really the problem with cheating. It's like,
it's very disrespectful.
The lack of respect you have for me as a human being, that you're like, I'm going to sneak around, I'm going to do this, I'm going to come back and sleep with you, even though I'm sleeping with these other people, and put you in possibly a precarious situation health-wise because I'm a coward. That is where the problem lies. When you could have just been like, hey, I've been feeling lately like I want to see other people. I could say, great, because I fucking hated you any fucking way, and I was just trying to hold on because of kindness. But now that I know that you also would like to go your separate ways, this is fantastic.
Yes.
Okay? A lot of times y'all don't realize, if you're at the point where you're like, I either want to cheat or want to break up, that other person you're with also feels the strain of that relationship, and they probably are also wanting to go, but are just not doing it because they feel like they are not wanting to be the person, the bad guy in the situation or whatever. They're trying to hold on or whatever. But if you feel like you don't want to hold on, that person probably also is like, I'm tired of this goddamn bullshit. So the moment that you guys sit down and have that talk, everything will be much better for you. Just break up. It's fine. You don't have to cheat. Okay? All right. But I said all that to say, stop fucking up the bag. Use your brain. Think about your finances. Think about your pockets. That's the most important thing. And stop being stupid. Okay? Anything else to add? All right. Well, I hope all your money rose high to the heavens.
Yes.
You don't fuck it up
Think
with
clearly.
nonsense, okay? Think clearly when you have that.
It's like you don't get another job if you don't have another job lined up. Don't put in your 2 weeks notice and you haven't already interviewed and secured another spot. Don't do it.
You got to have the bag locked.
Come
You
on
don't
now.
have it. Oh my God. All right. Well, we won't be fucking up the bag. We'll be here together for the rest of our lives. So if you want to tune in, all right, watch these podcasts, like, subscribe,
Yes.
follow us on all the things.
We're on all the things.
We're on all the things. Follow us on all the things.
And
every single thing. And buy stuff when we sell it. Okay, go to the places we said. All right, give us all the things. We need all the money. Thank you so much. All right, eat, drink,
be ready.